This is Mr. M back at you once again. I hope all is well. Hope all is well with you and yours. I do appreciate you stopping by my video. Happy New Year if I haven't told you. I'm back because I want to give you guys a little bit of an update as to what's been going on as far as phone sex is concerned. Today is January 21st, Tuesday, 2025. Yesterday was Monday, and it was a great day for phone sex. Now there was a lot of things going on nationally with the inauguration, and also with it being MLK Day. There's also some weather events going on across the South and the Southeast, so a lot of people were home. So yesterday was a great day. I was getting a lot of calls, people texting, chatting. I am on four different platforms right now: uh, Night Flirt, Talk to Me, Send Cats, and another site called Call Jane Doe. Some of you may not have heard of that, but I've done pretty well with that one so far. So between those four platforms yesterday, it was a lot going on. I mean, it was phone calls. I mean, I was on the phone with one customer and chatting with someone on Night Flirt while I was talking to them. So it was like some multitasking going on. I generally don't like to do that because, I don't want my customers to hear clacking of a keyboard in the background. But in this case, it didn't really affect it. So I'm not saying this to brag to you guys, but I want to let you guys know that it is a great time to get involved after the first of the year in phone sex. I mean, and I push this all the time. MobileMoney365.com. You can see video testimonials. You can see proof that this actually works, and you can get started in this business today. And you can also get $50 off by using my promo code MALEPSO, MALEPSO, and when you guys get started, you can have your profile up in about a week or so, and you'll be off to the races. So I definitely highly recommend, if you're even curious, just go look at the website and see what we're talking about. All right. So today, what skills do you need to be a good phone sex operator? If you're new to the business and you're thinking about getting involved, you're like, you know what, I've never done this before. What do I need? What skills do I need to be a good phone sex operator? Well, there's a few things that I want to talk about, and I'm sure that other people have touched on this on other videos before. But I will say that the first thing that you would need is, I guess, a voice that people want to listen to. And listen, I am not a baritone guy. I'm not the smoothest cat out there. But once I get on these phone lines, I actually do pretty good. And if you don't have a voice that you don't like, for example, listen, practice your sexy voice. Ladies, you know what I'm talking about. You have the sexy voice. You guys can put on the sexy voice. Some of you guys can disguise your voice to sound like something else. Sydney G, for example, she's a black woman, but she puts on her white girl voice, and she sounds just like a white girl. If you close your eyes, you would think you're hearing a white girl speak. So you guys can change it up a little bit, and you can do it by simply practicing. Put on your sexy voice, and let's and develop that. It's not impossible. You can do that. All right. That's one thing. The second thing is, communication, because keep in mind that this is phone sex. This is not Skype or video play. Now, some of you guys, in the business, y'all do that, and that's cool. I don't, and I think that the majority of you who get involved will probably do strictly phone sex. And the communication is key because, again, you're on the phone with a customer, so you're using your words, and you have to paint a scenario or paint a fantasy for that person that they want to fulfill. That's why I'm a big advocate for texting with the customer first or chatting with the customer first before you guys actually have a phone call, so you know exactly what they want. Um, and that is absolutely a big key. So communication skills are very good. Listening what the customer wants and knowing about the different fetishes that's out there as well. Speaking of that, I'm going to link another website below here, Literotica, which is probably one of the most recognized erotic story websites out there. and you guys can get on there and read about different fetishes, even the more taboo stuff you guys can read on there. So when you're talking to these customers and they reach out to you, you kind of know a little about what they want. Um, I remember when I first got started, I had lost quite a few customers because I didn't know what poppers were. I didn't know what they were. I'm like, what are poppers? And I knew it was some kind of drug, but I didn't know exactly what it was, and I didn't take the time to research it like I should have. But I'm trying to talk about this guy about poppers, and I'm going about it the wrong way, and I lost some calls over that. Some guys hung up on me, but once I understood what it was, I'm like, okay, this is what this is. Then I can talk to them about it a little bit more, and that's just one of the many, many, many things out there that people are into. um, Having a good imagination is good. I come from that generation where, when we were growing up, we played with toys outside, and we had to come up with a scenario about what we were doing, whether it's action figures or Tonka trucks, whatever. We had to use our imagination a lot. So having a good imagination is really a good skill to have, um, because when you're talking on the phone with a customer and you want to paint that fantasy, that scenario, having a good imagination comes into play. I am one of my big things I love to do is role play. That's one of my top things I love to do is role play of different types. And I've been complimented many times about role playing and coming up with scenarios. Sometimes off the top of my head, to customers who want to engage in role play, and I absolutely just love it. Even the more taboo stuff I engage in. So that's one thing. A good imagination is something that you would be very helpful to you once you decide to become a phone sex operator. Um, and that's the only thing I can think of. There's so many other things you guys can use when it comes to phone sex. But that's just a few basic things, knowing about the fetishes, having a good voice that people want to listen to, communication, imagination, all those things come into play. And once you get started with that, you can be off to the races and have a really good, solid go at being a phone sex operator. And that's really about it, guys. As I move along with this, I'm going to get much better at making videos. If you are, again, want to get involved, I recommend you go to our website. I'm going to list it again below, mobilemoney365.com. Use my promo code MAILPSO to get $50 off your course. And you're going to see proof that this business does work, and that you are the training we offer is in video and text in print form, and you guys can check it out there. All right, that's it for me, guys. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. I'll be back with more content. Give me a like, subscribe to my channel. Any feedback you guys want to give, let it be in the comment sections. I do appreciate it, and I'll talk to you guys very soon.